Autism pride, man. Proud of you, bro.
He's a better speaker than me, and he just talked about how he goes to conferences and all, and I think he's a better speaker than I am even.
Hi Danielle.
Hi, Scott.
Welcome to IDS Reacts. Today we're going to be reacting and discussing the importance of this month. So as you know, March is known as the National Developmental Disability Month, and we're here to bring awareness by watching a clip that hits kind of close to home here at the Institute for Disability Studies. You ready to get into this?
Sure.
Okay, that'll be interesting.
Yep.
Yes. Thanks for having me. Way to go.
My name is Carley, and I work at IDS Institute for Disability
Okay,
Studies
Taylor, I see
at the
you.
University of Southern Mississippi, and I am the Self-Advocacy Coordinator for IDS.
Hi, it's Taylor.
My name is Carley.
My
and
brother.
I work at IDS Institute for Disability Studies at the University of Southern Mississippi, and I am the Self-Advocacy Coordinator for IDS. I'm very proud where I'm at, and I love my job. I have autism. Some people with disabilities, people think they are either sick or there's something wrong with them, or
Autism
don't
pride,
want to be
man.
around them.
Proud of you,
There's nothing
bro.
wrong with anybody with a disability. They're just on a different path. They have their own special skills, their own, special abilities. That's why I call my disability.
Thank
it's an
you.
ability. It's
Thank
not
you
a
for
disability.
supporting the
It gives me
autistic kids,
to
because
be
I have
creative
autism as
and
well,
be able to
bro.
write what I like to do. I started with AmeriCorps, tried AmeriCorps. It focused on national service within our community, spreading out national service. That's where I started to learn how to speak up for myself. And it built my character where I could talk in front of anybody. And I go out to conferences and I talk to a lot of people. I get to work
Yes,
on a
he
lot of
is
programs
Self-Advocacy
such as
Coordinator. He
Project
does a
Search,
great
Trial
job
and
at
Error
it.
Board, Developmental Leadership
Yes, I
Advisory
agree with
Council.
that.
And
By the way, I
Project
did see this
Stick and
last week.
Tobacco.
It just hit me.
And I get to
But
go
watching
to
it
the
again
conferences and talk
makes
about
me
my
even more
stories,
proud
spread
of him.
awareness, and also do my baby Chit Chat Thursdays.
Chit Chat Thursdays with Taylor. Let's go.
Like I said before, anybody can do anything, and my quote is that disability.
He's a better
is an
speaker than
ability.
me, and he
I'm
just
just like
talked about
everybody
how
else.
he
Anybody with a
goes
disability
to conferences
can do
and all,
anything.
and I
That's
think
what
he's
love
a better
about my job.
speaker than
get to go
I
and
am
talk to
even.
people. I was able to get the fellowship scholarship and go to Washington, all paid for. And I went to the big conference, the National
Tuesdays
ADCD
with Liz?
Conference.
Oh,
And
there
that's
I
where
did my
met
movie
Liz, and
pics.
she filmed me for my chit chat, and I filmed her for Tuesdays with Liz. So I thought that was awesome, and I got to meet a lot of great people. Don't judge anybody, even though if they have an intellectual or cognitive disability.
Exactly.
Or just
Get
autism.
to know a person who has
Give
autism.
them a chance.
That's why I told
Go
them
sit down with somebody
Speak
or,
up,
or
speak
get
out.
to know them. Like, give them a chance like you would meet somebody new. How do you make a friend? You go out and talk to somebody and build that relationship. That's what all it takes, is to build that relationship and talk to somebody, That's how I feel. Give them a chance
Everybody
and they will
deserves a
blow your
chance.
mind away.
Yes, Taylor, I
anybody
agree.
with disability, they have their own special talents
Thank you.
inside. That's what I believe.
Thank you. Well, this is an interesting video I've ever seen in my life.
So in this clip you see Carley, who is our Self-Advocacy Coordinator, and got to hear a story. So what are some opinions or your first thoughts on this video?
I think Taylor did awesome. He really inspired autistic kids. Like, you guys know, I have autism and I've been through a lot of things. And I think it is really inspiring for people with other disabilities, and having autism is still a good thing.
I don't like the video. I like he speaking out for autism and other disabilities.
I like that he said try to talk to somebody. When I was at school, I wasn't really included in a lot of stuff, and after this video was shown about bullying and social inclusion, people started including me more, but that was it. They didn't really engage me. They didn't talk to me. They didn't try to get me out of my shell. There was only certain people that I would talk to. And unfortunately, that could only get me so far. Up here, people are not as I would say not as judgmental. You make a mistake, they don't poke fun. Up here, they don't poke fun of you at it, and he kind of pointed that out.
So what are you currently doing to let your voice be heard like Taylor?
I think one thing I've done is, at the beginning of working here at IDS, I was very shy and very to myself, but through time in the past several months, just finding my voice to express what I care about, to also stand up for myself, also just finding time to just grow and just voice my opinion a little bit more, and also stand up for what's right.
I just collect different stories than his.
Doing different stories than his? So by what? Do you have your own YouTube series?
I'm doing the scoop with Reagan.
Doing the scoop with Reagan? So what are you doing? What are you going around doing?
Questions.
Questions? Asking different questions?
Yeah. Well, I'm a leader. I'm co-president of Step Up. I have my own blog called Relentless. I interview people with and without disabilities to get their perspective about the disabilities.
I'm working at Java Mo's. I'm doing a movie series called M's Movie Picks, and I also work for Lind and AmeriCorp and I'm also a Step Up member at the moment.
MDRS was the agency responsible for creating this video. Do you know what MDRS stands for?
No, I do not.
So MDRS is the Mississippi Department of Rehabilitation Services. So they are responsible here in Mississippi that works with all the different individuals with disabilities. Some of them provide job coaching opportunities. Some of them will work with individuals to help get them into college and to create contracts and partnerships with other agencies like ours to be able to do different things involved within the transition period. Why do you think social service agencies like MDRS are important?
I think they're important because it gives people with disabilities an opportunity to help them reach their dreams, whether specifically with MDRS, they do a lot with employment and stuff. So helping them to give those opportunities within the community, and also help them see, I guess, finding the help to help them reach those dreams.
Because they help you find jobs, and they're just there for your needs.
They give people with disabilities job skills. Developmental disabilities like Down syndrome, autism, and other intellectual disabilities, the brain did not develop the way it normally does, and they would need someone to help them with those skills.
Hard work and teaming up together, and it's just really inspiring seeing them like that. Till next time, people. Until next time.